Welcome everyone. Today's Timeless Pick a Card is a collab with Shima at inplainsighttarot. The title of this pick a card is What Would a Tarot Reader Say About You? And she will then, her pick a card will be a confirmation of the information that you get in this pick a card. Okay, so we have 3 piles today. Pile 1 Carnelian, Pile 2 Tiger Eye, and Pile 3 Emerald. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Her link will be in the description box so that you can go and watch the pick a card on her channel after you finish watching the pick a card here. So take another deep breath and exhale. Timestamps will be in the description box. Pause the video now if you need more time to choose your pile. See you at your pile. Okay, welcome pile 1. This is your reading. So yeah, I wasn't even given the chance to get ready for this because you're either a firecracker or you are just someone who is highly motivated and a go-getter. Okay, that's the first thing that I'm seeing here with you guys. So what would a tarot reader say about you? That you are definitely go after what you want. You are go-getters. The number 14 could be relevant to you. The number 5, 5 means change. Okay, so maybe your life is always changing, or you're someone who is definitely not boring. You're a lot of fun. You could have Gemini or Aries in your chart, most likely. Gemini or Aries or Virgo as well, but I'm pointing more to Gemini and Aries energy here. You're definitely, you have the energy of a leader. You motivate other people, you inspire other people. You're always inspired by things, by others, by nature. It's like everything really inspires you, and you're very creative. You're very productive, very creative, very vital. It's like you're a force of nature. You really go after what it is that you want. You could be into gym training or sports, or you could be quite athletic or active. I'm seeing active and activewear as well. I also heard athleisure. So it's being active for you is leisure. It is relaxing. Okay, yeah. So that's some of it. And we have guide. Yeah. People go to you for guidance, is what I'm seeing here. And you are someone with the owl here. I'm seeing you being someone who is very wise, and you are divinely guided. You are someone who is divinely guided, and you're very connected to your higher self. It could be sometimes that there's a tug of war between your practical side and your spiritual side. It's almost like they have to take turns, because at times you could be overly focused on financial gain, and at other times you kind of have to make time for spiritual practices or for your soul as well. So you are very divinely guided, but at times you kind of disconnect from your spirituality, and then you have to reconnect again. So you need your alone time so you can reconnect. Because when you're around other people, or life can sometimes take you on a ride of being very practical, and you sometimes forget to connect with spirit, and then you have to retreat and connect with spirit again. Because there's these two sides to you, and you're either in one or the other. It's like they're separate. Yeah, because you live in the present, here and now, exactly. You're very grounded in the present moment. The number 32 is a 5 again. So people see you going through a lot of changes, or life changes, or you change physically a lot. So like people will see you this year you will look a certain way. Next year you will look completely different. The number 32, people see you as a winner. Someone who wins, someone who comes out first, in first place, someone they look up to, someone they aspire to being. And you're not in the past or the future, you're grounded in the present moment. People see red flags with you. But people see a red flag with you sometimes. What is the red flag? Okay, so people may see, it's not that you, I'm not seeing toxic traits here. I'm seeing because people have toxic traits, or they will project onto you their toxic traits, and they will draw conclusions out of your actions, and they will possibly see that as red flags, but they're not really, is what I'm seeing here. We have the horse. Oh yeah, absolutely. You have a lot of vital power. You're just very physically powerful, as I'm seeing here. People see us physically strong and physically powerful. But again, what would a tarot reader say about you? Is that you're fast, you're strong, you're driven, you're very grounded in the present moment. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your chart as well, very possibly. People see, so what would the tarot reader say about you is that you're very intuitive as well. And you're driven by your intuition. So you will follow your intuition even though you are someone who is very smart. You will use reason to a certain degree, but then you will allow your intuition to guide you. And that is how you are able to move fast, is because you don't allow your thoughts to keep you stuck for long. You're someone who has momentum. You're very free-spirited. You're very free, and you need your freedom. Your energy is very expansive. And you're very strong. You're a very strong person. Strong body, strong mind. Strong mind. The tarot reader will also say that you could achieve anything and you will never give up. But when you're feeling weak, you would also run away. If you feel like you can't deal with something, you will just choose not to engage. Like if there's a fight, you will choose not to engage in that fight. You will just retreat and restore your energy levels and come back when everyone has cooled down. But it's interesting because you could have... you have it in you to be more warlike, but you would not use that. You would only use that energy for good. And the tarot reader would say you like strength training or something like that. The tarot reader would say that you're quite reliable, supportive. That you would go for any goal, no matter how difficult. Very lively. You can't knock me down. I just heard someone, you can't knock this person down. You have a lot of physical stamina, mental focus, and those are your secret weapons. Very disciplined as well. And there's something that you practice daily. You have a daily discipline about you. Okay. Wow. Okay, the tarot reader would say that you have healed and you are a healer. You have the power to heal, but you have had to heal your self-worth and self-confidence because it took a hit somewhere in your life back in the past. You take your self-confidence and your self-worth took a hit from a certain relationship. Now, I don't know if this was parents, family, friends, neighbors, relatives, or romantic, but there were or was a relationship that took a huge toll on your self-confidence and sense of self-worth. So you've healed that successfully, and you are now someone who is very confident as a consequence of this healing. The number 51 could be relevant, as well as the number 6. You transmuted all that trauma and that pain and the negativity into love. You took your experiences and you turned them into something. So it's not what happened to you, it's what you did with it. And you vowed to not hurt others the same way you were hurt. And instead you give love to others. That's how you transmuted. And because of that, you stopped a karmic line, a karmic, you or the person in your family responsible, or family or community or friend group or whatever, you stopped a karmic cycle. You ended a karmic cycle. You ended some form of karma in a collective way, either for your family, your friend group, or a community. You stopped the cycle. You transmuted it, and so it's one less focal point where there is trauma being perpetuated. You stopped it and you turned it into something else. And because of that, you are creating ripple effects of love from that. So instead of creating more trauma, you have amplified the energy of love around you. And it will have a ripple effect throughout the world. So Neptune. So the tarot reader would say again that you're someone who has a wild imagination. You are very dreamy. You could tend to be a little bit of an escapist at times. You could have a strong fantasy world, like your own bubble. You could have Pisces somewhere in your chart. Doesn't have to be. Could also be a strong Neptune placement. But you can see through the veils of confusion, but at times you're also very confused because your head could be up in the clouds for a very long time, or you're an idealist. Your motto is love. Your main energy where you stay is universal love. That's where you normally are parked. Let's put it that way. If you were to park a car, if you were a car, you would be parked in the energy of universal love. So that is your vibration. It's a very high vibration. The tarot reader would say that you're capable of magic, either by speaking things into existence, or dreaming, or seeing, visualizing things into existence. You're capable of manifesting miracles into your life, that you're very ethereal, very spiritual, very self-sacrificial as well. Okay, yeah, they would say, the tarot reader would say that you've done a lot of healing, and that you have the ability to heal others as well. Because you've learned to heal, you now can heal others and teach others how to heal. You're someone who definitely, you've learned to take care of yourself because either someone was able to show you proper love, or you had to find it in other people. So let's say your mother didn't show you love, you found it in other people, and that taught you to take care of yourself and nurture yourself and others. Or maybe this was your mother who taught you this, even if no one else. Or there could have been someone who was very maternal toward you, who helped you transmute and heal the trauma and transmute it into love, and got you more in touch with your intuitive side. But what a tarot reader would say about you is that you're very nurturing. You know how to take care of people. We have look at the bigger picture. So the tarot reader would say that you have the ability to detach from the drama and see things from a higher perspective. With the full moon in Sagittarius, there's something here about June, and again Gemini energy, but also Sagittarius could be in your chart. You could have been born around a full moon in Sagittarius, so you could have been born in June, or there's something about June. But what a tarot reader would say about you is that you have the ability to look at the bigger picture, to detach from drama, and to make decisions that are less emotional. You don't really allow your emotions to cloud your decisions. Even though you allow your feelings to drive you, which is your intuition, you don't really allow your emotions to mess with your decisions, with good decision making. A tarot reader could also say that you're quite lucky. You have Judgment here, so you could have Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart. You know how to make good decisions. You have really good judgment skills. You know, you're a good judge of character. You know, you can see through people and just know if they're good people or not. The number 20 could be relevant to you. The number 2. A tarot reader would say that you're on the brink of making a huge life decision and you're trying to look at the big picture right now, and you're trying to make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself, because this decision is coming because of the fact that it's going to be very healing, or it's because you have healed. A tarot reader would say about you that you are waiting for something. You're waiting for an opportunity to make a move, to take action. Or the tarot reader would say that you are wanting to travel, or you miss someone and you're waiting for the right time to see them. The tarot reader would probably say that you're thinking about surfing, or that you are a surfer, or that you're thinking about the right time to travel and take action here, or you're waiting for the right time to make a decision. A tarot reader would also say, with the Hierophant here, you could have Taurus in your chart, that when you commit to something, it would take a lot for you to break a commitment, let's put it that way, because you like long-lasting commitments. And you're very committed to your higher spiritual path as well, and doing what's best for yourself and everyone. That you're a good teacher. They would say that you're a good teacher. They would say that you've been successful in your endeavors, or that you will be very successful with the Six of Wands here, that you're going to win at something. But that you've also been going through some pain. You've been dealing with some pain, and you're currently releasing this past pain. And you're growing from the situation, or you've grown a lot from a very traumatizing, painful past. But time has been healing all your wounds. And now with peace, now you're at peace, and you've released the past. It took you a long time, but you released the past because you realized that there was a more enriching future ahead of you if you did so. So you let go and you let God, and that freed you. The tarot reader would say you are a good friend. You are romantic. You know how to love. Your heart is open now, and you're ready for new friendships, new romantic situations even. You're open to love right now, and you're a very gentle person, very dreamy, very loving, very peaceful. What a tarot reader would say is that the most important thing for you is having a happy family life and stability, and being able to celebrate and get abundant rewards for your hard work. And you're getting there. That's where you are. That's what you're going to be most successful at, is releasing yourself from burdens, from drama, from pain, so that you can enjoy the bliss that life has to offer. And you're going to win at something, and you're going to make this dream, this miracle happen. So pile 1, that was your reading. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. And also don't forget to go and watch the continuation of this reading in Plain Sight Tarot channel. Shima will be doing part 2 of this reading, so don't forget to click on the link in the description box to go and watch the rest of the reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Save this video if you want to watch it later. Share this video with someone you feel may need this message. And For extra content, I have Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose Tiger Eye, this is your reading. Before we start, let me remind you that this reading is a collaboration with Shima at inplainsighttarot. For the second part of this reading, just click on the link that is available in the description box, and it will lead you to the second part of this reading. So what would a tarot reader say about you? Tiger Eye, pile number 2. The number 56 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 11. Okay, so what would a tarot reader say about you? Right off the bat, the first thing I'm seeing is that you are headed toward the top. You're going to be very successful, or you will be very successful, or you are very successful right now. That you are very powerful. You have a very positive mindset. You're very optimistic, and you have the power to manifest anything you can imagine into the 3D. You can materialize anything you can imagine. And that you have a clear purpose, and because you clearly know what it is that you want, you get there faster because you know exactly what you want. And you're very connected to the higher realms through your crown chakra. You are clairsentient. Sorry, maybe you are clairsentient as well, but I was going to say claircognizant, meaning that you have a very powerful knowing, okay? And it's coming from the higher realms. These are downloads that are coming through your crown chakra. All this wisdom, all this knowledge that you have, that it seems to appear from nowhere, it's coming from the higher realms because you are always connected. So you are a clear channel for information from the higher realms. This is what the tarot reader would say about you. And that your crown chakra is always open and connected. You're always channeling. You're never not channeling, okay? So it's not like you have to ask for information to come forward. It's anything that comes out of your brain or your mouth is always it's always channeled. So you are a very powerful channel. You could have had a connection to ancient Egypt as well, okay? Or the desert, or pyramids. We have damsel, so you have very feminine energy. There was a time in your life where you were victimized, or you felt like a victim, or you were a victim, okay? And this was because of some sort, I'm seeing, it could have been anxious attachment that you had due to a feeling of abandonment in your past as a child, or some kind of key relationship where you experienced rejection or abandonment from a parent or a significant other, maybe a loss even. There were also stories that you believed in and you expected, and I'm seeing a knight in shining armor that didn't happen that way, or you still expect to happen that way, or you did and you figured out it wasn't going to happen, and so you paved the way for yourself. And now you understand the nature of what a healthy romantic connection looks like, what a healthy connection looks like. And whatever you went through inspired you to really rely on yourself, because you realized that it wasn't even fair to kind of to put that kind of pressure on anyone else. And so you're this very balanced mix between sorry guys, you're this perfect balance between masculine and feminine energy within you. And you also know, when it's time to be more masculine and when it's time to be more feminine. Okay. So maybe at some point you kind of expected there to be this person who would be your savior, or who would provide for you, or who would even split the bill with you, okay? It's what I'm quite honestly seeing here. And so you were at some point in your life seduced by some sort of romantic illusion, but then it faded away as experiences presented themselves to you. But you're still holding your head up high, and you're just realizing that things are a little bit different from what you believed. And that's okay. You're still going up. You're still very positive. And you're mostly now in your feminine energy. So you really do attract and magnetize what is for you. But at the same time, you don't expect it. You just know that it's coming to you, but you're not waiting around expecting it. You just stay in your feminine energy, and you know that this will attract what it is that you need. So people would see you as mainly very feminine, even if you are male, okay? You are very in touch with your feminine side. Or if you're, if you're female, then you look very, very feminine. The number 2 could be relevant to you as well. Partnerships and relationships are very important to you. And we have hyena, so there's something about your laugh could be different. But this is interesting because I never got the hyena. But I want to read this one from the book. So you could have... Sorry, I'm just looking for the... Okay, so you're very witty. You could be sarcastic at times. You have a good sense of humor. And there could be something about your laugh that is different. Or you laugh a lot. Or you giggle a lot. You could be a jokester, a prankster as well. You could be like the life of a party or a crowd pleaser. But you still have a lot of dreams that are unfulfilled that you still want to realize. And so it's almost, they're also saying that you use humor to mask your pain at times. And so you express truth through humor, what you're truly thinking. You will say it in a funny way or a fun way, but it's really your way of saying things that are on your mind, even if they're bothering you, but you will say them in a very witty way. You will, it could be that at some times you could also like be very, you could use that kind of sarcasm to mask something or to expose something that you're trying to hide, but you're uncomfortable discussing. And there could be old resentments that come out through sarcasm. So it could be that at times you could be a little bit hurtful when you say certain things. The tarot reader would say that you need to take your goals a little bit more seriously and stop masking the pain with sarcasm, humor, and that kind of stuff. You've done it long enough, they're saying, and it's funny. People find you very funny. You would be a good comedian. Maybe you are a comedian, but it's time to really take care of yourself. You're still masking something there. But you're very charming. You're very witty. You're very, very fun to be around. And but it could be that you're doing you're trying to mask the pain instead of deal with it. Okay, so all right. Yeah, at times you deceive yourself. You deceive yourself. You could even deceive others because others may think that you're okay, but you're not, because you're masking the pain. And people may think, because you're always happy and fun, it's deceiving. That it's the case that looks could be deceiving. And if people, so you could be very depressed and people would think you're okay because they could never tell. Yeah. Cancer. So you could be moody, mood swings. There could be some bipolarism in your moods. You're definitely very, very feminine. Very feminine. you're definitely affected by the moon and the moon cycles. And if you menstruate, that you would have strong premenstrual syndrome. But people would not know that you're going through this. For some reason, the documentary, the Selena Gomez documentary, popped up in my mind. It's recent. It talks about her mental struggles with mental health and bipolarism and medication, and how that affects her ability to conceive or be pregnant. But there was something that was pointed out about her friends, because it's all around her mental health, but a lot of people pointed out that her friends aren't the best friends, is what a lot of people would take from that documentary, was that she had not the best friends. So it could be that you're not surrounded by the best people. Maybe they're always expecting you to entertain them, but they're not having your best interest at heart, or you're entertaining all these people, or these people are having a good time around you, but they're not really seeing what's going on with you, or they're just so focused on themselves that they are not really able, or they don't have the maturity to see that there's something going on with you. Or they don't know how to deal with it, and so they try to... Okay, wow. The tarot reader would say that you like to do a lot of research, and that you like to look into things before proceeding with a decision, that you like to read the fine print, that you like to read. You are a good detective, that you're always wanting to know more, you love to learn, and you research a lot. You keep digging deep into subjects, and you keep digging and digging and digging for more information. And that before you make a decision, it takes you a long time, because you do research on whatever decision you're going to make. The tarot reader would say that you are quite persistent. You are a persistent person. Now, with what especially specifically? It's time to release negativity. So a tarot reader would say that you're doing you're putting in a lot of effort to release negativity from your life, negative patterns, negative addictions, and codependencies as well, negative thoughts, negative behaviors, negative people. You really have been doing quite a good job at transmuting negative into positive energy. You've been really working hard at this, and you're doing a good job at it. Full moon in Scorpio, so you could have a Taurus placement or a Scorpio placement. There's something about the month of May here now. So you're someone who meditates a lot, but you're quite defensive with people. You don't trust people anymore, or you've learned to distrust people. You don't really know who to trust, or you're just trying to gain perspective, and you need alone time, and you could be a little bit defensive. Yeah, a tarot reader would say you're quite stubborn. You know exactly what you want, and people can't really try to take you off your course, because you're very strategic, and you know exactly when to play a certain move. And I'm seeing chess. Maybe you like to play chess. Maybe you just play mind chess, or you're very strategic with how you think. You think like a chess game, even if you don't play chess. So you make power moves. And when you want something, it's very difficult to convince you otherwise. If possible at all. It's almost impossible. But again, we have the Emperor here, masculine energy, and Yin, which is feminine energy. So you have a great balance between masculine and feminine energy. Nine of Cups. So a tarot reader would say that you know how to fulfill your wishes, that you know how to get wish fulfillment, and so you don't really need other people to tell you, because you know exactly what to do to reach your goals and to make your dreams come true, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, you're very strong, mentally strong, okay? Even through all the mental struggles you've been through, you're going to overcome them. You have overcome them because you persist and you do the work. You don't just allow yourself to stay in those places. You pull yourself out, and you're a very, very strong person. You could have Leo in your chart. A tarot reader would say that you're not very happy at where you are in life right now, and that you want a change. You're looking for the magic in life. You want a magical life. You're very aware of your own emotions. You could be a little bit depressed. You could deal with some form of mental struggle that you're overcoming. But right now, you would like for things to be different, or you feel like you've missed out on something, or you feel like you missed something. Something's missing from your life right now. But you are very divinely guided. You're very committed to your healing and your spiritual path, and you're in search of the meaning of life. You want to live a more meaningful life. And that's where you find the magic, is in something spiritually more meaningful. You're looking for depth. You're looking for, you love to learn, and you love to teach. And you like to surround yourself with wise people, wise teachers, wise friends. Your motto is slow and steady wins the race. You are very trustworthy. You're very understanding. You're very devoted when you decide who to be loyal toward. And you're funny. You're witty. You're funny. People find you very... people love to be around you when you are making everyone laugh. And you are someone very strategic. You like to make detailed plans and follow your plan. And you're very kind as well. Hardworking. I'm seeing you very hardworking as well. And once you decide something, you normally don't deviate from your path. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. So a tarot reader would say, you know exactly what to do. You don't need to be told what to do. You are brilliant. You are self-reliant. You are almost genius-minded. You're very insightful. You're someone people can go to for advice. You're definitely very humorous. You have the best jokes. You always know how to make people laugh. You have the benefit of experience. You've been through a lot, and you know how to advise people. And that's what also gives you the ability to laugh at situations that have already passed. Like, you know that saying that comedy is tragedy plus time, right? So after a while, there are things you can laugh about, and that's why you also inspire others to not take life or themselves or certain situations so seriously, because you've been there. And so right now, the tarot reader would say that you're more focused on career than anything else, but you maybe look forward to having a child or a grandchild, or being around kids, or having kids in some way. And you're just getting ready for something that there could be a wish fulfillment here that involves somehow either helping kids, giving birth to kids, or helping giving birth to kids, like a doula, or working with kids, or parenting, or something like that. It could be that the tarot reader would say that you are in a relationship with a big age gap. Could be the case. A tarot reader would say about you that there's someone slowly making their way toward you. They're watching over you, but they're allowing you to do your thing before they make themselves known, and they're not telling you about how they're feeling, and they're masking their feelings with humor as well. Pile 2, that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you today. Don't forget to go watch the second part of this reading at Shima's channel, In Plain Sight Tarot. The link will be in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Save this video if you want to watch it later, and share this video with someone you feel may need this message. If you want to watch this again, save the video. If you feel someone would benefit from this reading, share the video. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all, and see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time. Welcome, Pile 3. This is your reading. This is what a tarot reader would say about you. Don't forget to watch part 2 at Shima's channel, In Plain Sight Tarot. Information for that will be a link in the description box. So click on that link after you watch this video to watch the video on her channel for the second part. So, Emerald and the number 22. What would a tarot reader say about you? So one thing they would say immediately is that you are someone who is very organized, and you have a very beautiful, open heart, that you're very abundant, that you're very giving, and you have a good balance when it comes to giving and receiving love. And your heart is very open to friendship and people who will come in with good intentions. And you're all for unity. You are someone who experiences love in all different ways. And you don't see love as just one thing toward one person. The number 22 could be relevant. You are on the right path. The number 4, you are very organized, very structured, very diligent, very disciplined, is what I'm seeing here as well. Okay, you like the color green. Okay, maybe that's pretty obvious, maybe not. Okay, so what would a tarot reader say about you? That you are someone who likes to pass wisdom on to younger people or people who don't have the same knowledge, so you're a good mentor. You like to help your students move to the role of masters. You want to give information that will help people grow, and you have no problem in people one day being a mentor just like yourself, or even people you teach teaching you. You like this exchange between teacher and student, because even though mostly you are the teacher to people, you then become the student with the same people, because you also learn a lot from your students. So you see that as an exchange. Okay, you're not afraid to take risks, okay? And you also incite people to really think outside the box, and you really push and challenge people to think differently and to really trust their own judgment and to be critical thinkers, okay? You're the kind of person who will inspire others to be critical thinkers. The number 36 and the number 9 could be relevant to you. The number 9, it could be that you're at the end of a cycle in your life right now, and you're about to take a leap of faith, and this could have something to do with love. We have cheetah, so when you want something, you act fast, okay? You could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart. So people could say, well, when I saw cheetah, for some reason I saw the word cheating. So let's say you're a teacher and you caught a student cheating because they had written the answers on, I don't know, their hand or a piece of paper. You probably wouldn't call them out, because you think in your mind at least they wrote it down, so they must have learned something while they were writing this down, so they will know the answer in the end. So that's the kind of teacher that you would probably be, is that you're more interested in the change that what people listen to or what you teach them really brings into their life. Let's say, because learning, the process of learning is not listening. It's actually listening to something and allowing or it changing you in some way. And so if it changes you in some way, that's what you're focused on, is how what you're teaching is changing. And that is when you see that the person has learned. So you're not so focused on the written test, if that makes sense. But you're a very action-oriented. You will achieve a lot. You are achieving a lot in your life. And you're a go-getter as well. You can achieve anything you want to achieve. You have boundless energy. You could be impatient at times. You could be competitive as well. And yeah, at times you feel disconnected from a sense of purpose, and you have to really find the time to reconnect. But something to do with the sun here. So maybe you have a sun, or maybe you love sun gazing or meditating. You like the sunset or sunrise or something. So there could be a connection to Africa here. But there is some kind of remarkable achievement that you're about to step into or you have had. But your purpose and your passion are your fuel. That is where you gain momentum. You always have to have a goal to keep you going. And you always do, is what I'm seeing here. And you're quite a risk taker. You take a lot of risks, and you are a daredevil in some sense, in one way or another. Or you inspire people to dare. You inspire people to take risks, even when you don't. So we have the garden and the gate. It could be that you're considering a journey or an adventure, but it could be that you're quite comfortable where you are right now. But you're definitely considering a leap of faith if you're wondering what's out there, you want to explore. The number 30 could be relevant to you, the number 3. We have Mars. Yeah, right now you're feeling very driven to take a risk. You could have Aries in your chart. You're feeling very impulsive, or you are very impulsive. You are feeling very motivated by your desires right now, and you are someone who is very courageous, or you are in a phase in your life where you are very courageous right now. But you're very competitive, or you're a true leader, and at times you get angry, and you have to manage your anger either through physical exercise, even something like boxing, or other forms of physical exercise such as running, or something that helps you take the edge off. And I'm seeing a lot of sexual energy as well, so you're very your libido is very healthy. Sexual energy really moves you. You're very creative. You're filled with willpower, and you have a high sex drive. You like to work out, and you're filled with desires right now. You're definitely feeling this energy of wanting to take some kind of a risk. Okay, you're the one everyone goes to let them know that everything is okay. You don't sweat the small stuff. You're the one who makes people feel safe, and you're always the one saying, don't worry, it's all going to work out. People feel really safe around you because you make people feel very peaceful. You're trustworthy. People trust you, okay? People feel like they can trust you. Or the tarot reader would say, you can trust this person. This person will have your back. This person will have your best interest at heart. This person will guide you well. This person's filled with love. This person has good intentions. You and your loved ones are safe. So the tarot reader would say that you worried a lot about keep protecting your loved ones and keeping them safe. There's something about the last week of June here and the first week of July that is standing out. You could have a placement in Cancer. but there's a new beginning coming for you. Five of Swords, the tarot reader would say that you spend a lot of time in your mind thinking, and there is sometimes mental conflict going on because of overthinking. The tarot reader could also say that you are surrounded by people who always want to pick a fight with you, and this could be family. Or you're always worried about keeping your family safe, or even though you're always worried about keeping your family safe, they still don't fully appreciate just what you do for them, or they don't realize what you're doing to keep them safe. And that you're very moved by your heart and your desires, and you really want to make sure that everyone is okay and well cared for. You are a romantic. Even though a lot of people may not know this about you, you have this ability to be very romantic. At times you dive into the depths of your subconscious, or you become very emotional, and you could have a tendency for depression if you don't keep moving. So you keep moving, otherwise you could risk overthinking things to the point where it could take you down to the depths, and you constantly pull yourself out, or you don't allow yourself to get there. Otherwise you could go there very easily, because you are a deep thinker, you are a deep feeler. You're definitely someone who thinks, feels very deeply, good and bad, okay? It's the whole plethora. And at times you're very confused. You at times don't know who to trust and who you can't trust. At times you feel like you're not quite sure what's in front of you, or you have trouble following your intuition at times, but you tend to follow your instincts. Most of the times you end up winning, okay? There is some success that you're coming into, some kind of public acknowledgement. Soon you will be moving on to a new project. Eight of Michael, yeah, but you spend a lot of time in your head. You are a lot in your head, but you can be free from this. Your own worst enemy is you overthinking. It's the devil in the mind. The more you pay attention to your mind, the more you overthink things, the more you allow negativity to seep in. So sometimes you're not seeing things clearly, and sometimes you don't understand just how powerful you are to change your life around if only you stop overthinking so much. And the reason why you feel stuck is not because someone is keeping you stuck. It's your own mind that's keeping you stuck. It's your own thoughts. And there's a need of a change in perspective, which, by the way, is coming. You're soon going to change your perspective on this. You're soon going to have a new beginning. If things have been delayed and stagnant, they're going to start moving again. And there's a change in direction that will offer you happiness. There's something about the month of October or December here where everything will change, as I'm seeing. Yeah, justice. You will get your karmic justice. So you're on the path toward karmic justice and dharma. You're closing a karmic cycle that's been quite heavy, and it's mainly the main lesson is learning to get out of your head. And once you do that, then you will be ready to experience dharma and to live in the energy of dharma. So you're getting your karmic justice, you're balancing the scales of justice, of karmic justice, and you're closing heavy karmic cycle very soon. And you're getting a new beginning here where everything will be okay, and you will be able to take action. You will be able to take a leap of faith. Just so you know, the tarot reader would also say about you that there's someone in their head about you wanting to come toward you, but they sabotage. They self-sabotage when it comes to coming toward you, but they will end up coming toward you because they will feel safe enough to trust that everything will be okay if they do. Okay? And you will get your justice. And this is happening very, very soon. So, pile number 3, I want to say, oh, and the wax just bubbled up there a little bit. I don't know what that means, but that's interesting. So something's about to bubble up in your love life is what I was going to say, because I was going to say love is coming into your life, and that bubbled up. So there's something definitely happening when it comes to your love life. It's about to bubble up. It's about to bubble up. And that's all they want to say, okay? So things are coming to the surface. Things are coming to the surface when it comes to your love life. Things that have been hidden from you, you're going to become aware of. Okay, so that was your reading, pile 3. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Don't forget to watch part 2 of this reading at Shima's channel, In Plain Sight Tarot, for more information. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future uploads on the channel. Save this video if you want to watch it later. Share this video with someone you feel may need this message. Extra content is on Patreon, TikTok, YouTube members area. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all and see you sometime soon. Bye. Till next time.